Section 5.1 Parabolas. We will consider only parabolas with vertex at the origin in this lecture. Now, when we say a parabola, we mean such a figure. Now, we have some important points in this figure. This point here, we call it focus. This is important. And there will be a directrix. This is a second one. Okay. Now the idea here is how do you form? I mean, when we take a focus and when we take a directrix, we can form the parabola by finding the points which have the same distance to focus and the vertex. So the collection of such points, if you take any point like this, for example, so if you take a point which has same distance to focus and the directrix. This type of all the points are making the parabola. So whenever I mean take any point from the parabola and look at its distance. Okay, let's say this one. Look at this distance, focus to this point, and the distance of this point to directrix. They have the same. So So the key concepts here are, as I said, focus, directrix. This is focus. I said this is focus, directrix. And the other thing is we call it vertex here. This is another one. This is vertex. So our goal is to find the equation of it. So find the equation. Then from the equation, we should be able to tell the focus and the vertex and the directrix. Now let's consider our parabola located at the origin. Its vertex is at the origin and its focus at 0p. And when you take any px point here and given the directrix is here, so when we use this property, the distance from the focus to the distance to directrix will be same. So this will be same, this distance will be same as this distance. So when you take this one and try to calculate the distance from 0p to xy, so it will be x minus 0 squared plus y minus b squared. Take its square root is equal to, it will be equal to y plus b. And then after this, I mean, after you do the calculation, and there will be several, uh, simplifications after this, you will get something like this 4, okay, 4py will be equal to x squared. So such equation, such parabola will have this equation. Now, okay, now the important point here is for these, okay, we might have parabolas, and their vertex is at 0, 0. We might have different types. One is like the vertical parabolas. These are vertical parabolas, and these are horizontal parabolas. These are horizontal parabolas, and these are the vertical parabolas. So this table gives it summarizes the information about these type of parabolas. Okay, here what we want from you is like the important part is you should know the equation type of this type of parabolas, And when we give you the equation, you should be able to tell these things. So sometimes we give you the equation and we ask you this, and sometimes we give you these information and they ask you the equation, and sometimes we give them from the graph, or sometimes we give the equation, ask you the graph. Okay, so here are the important ones. The equation of vertical asymptotes has this equation x squared equal to 4py, and the direction of openings depends on p. If p is bigger than 0, so you have this one. If p bigger than 0, we have this type of behavior, and if p is less than 0, we have uh, this type of behavior. It opens down, and this one opens up. And here the vertex is at the 0, 0 at the origin, and the focus here 0, p, and the directrix is equal to y equal to negative p line. Okay, this is a line. This is a horizontal line. And the axis of symmetry is y-axis. And for the horizontal parabola, we have, okay, either we have this shape here, it will be open to the right, or it will be open to the left. So depending on p here, of course, the p is bigger than 0. And the equation, you see the equation is different than the vertical one. Here we have y squared equal to 4px. Now when we give you this information, we ask you to tell the others, okay? Or sometimes we give this information to you, we say, okay, find the equation. And the same is true for the graph. Now, if p is bigger than 0, it opens to the right. So then if p is less than 0, it opens to the left. And then we have the vertex at 0, 0. So the focus is p0, and the direction is x equal to negative p line, which means this is a vertical line, as you see. This is, and the axis of symmetry is the x-axis. Now, the important point here is, okay, now with the first look, it will not be easy for you to understand here. For this reason, or you should you should memorize them. But so for this reason, I will keep the table with us all the time, so that we can refer to table. So it says fill in the table with the corresponding characteristic of the parabola with equation x squared 8y. So if you want to do with the okay, the equation is given to us, and which type of parabola is it? So, okay, let's see. Is it this type or this type? So definitely not this type. So it will be this type. So if it is this type, what do you say about this? Its focus is 0p. First, what is p here? So x squared is equal to 8y. And now, yeah, so it's this case. This equation will be this type. So then you match the equations. You say here 4p is equal to 8. So p is equal to 2. So this will be definitely a vertical parabola, and p is equal to 2. So if p is equal to 2, now we can write all these. The vertex is 0, 0 for sure, because the equation is this type. And the focus is 0p, so it will be 0, 2. And then, okay, we wrote them. The directrix is y equal to negative p line, so it will be y is equal to negative 2 line. And the axis of symmetry, here we mean this axis of symmetry, y-axis, okay, this is a vertical line, so it will be y-axis. So it's behaving something like this here, okay. Now the direction of opening, so it will be upward because p is bigger than 0, so it will be upward, so it's upward. So it will be this type of parabola. Now let's do another one. Let's look at this try and check example. Fill in the table with the corresponding characteristics of the parabola, and let's do it. Now the equation, the parabola with the equation y squared equal to minus x. So let's look at this. Is it like this? X squared equal to 4py? No, we have y squared. So if it is y squared, it has to be this type. So definitely this is a parabola. This is a horizontal parabola. I mean, horizontal, the word horizontal is not true, but horizontally oriented, let's say, like this way. I mean, this way or this way. It's open to the right or left. Okay, so it means like opens to right or left. So this type. Now, the important part here is p. Okay, how can you find p? Y squared equal to negative x. Now it has to be this type. So y squared equal to 4px. So then you match them. You match them. The coefficient of okay, x is minus 1. So this p is equal to negative 1 over 4. Okay, then what is the focus? Then is minus 1 over 4, 0. And the vertex is here, 0, 0. If you have this equation, it will be 0, 0. And the directrix is the x equal to negative p line, so it will be x equal to negative p means it will be negative, negative 1 over 4 line, so this will be x equal to 4 line. And the axis of symmetry as the x-axis. And the direction of opening is p is less than 0, so we got p is less than 0, it means to the left, so it will be to the left. So when you try to graph this one, it doesn't say graph it, but if by using this information here, if you want to draw the line and draw the parabola, it will be easier this way. So like it will be to the left. Okay, the vortex is 0, 0 here. The focus is somewhere here, like okay, it will be minus. Sorry, it will be minus 4, 1 over 4. So it will be minus 1 over 4. And this is the focus here, and it's the vortex is 0, 0. The directrix is like 1 over 4 line. It's equal to 1 over 4 line. So we have, okay, it will pass through the vertex that will open to the left. Okay, now this time let's look at this question. It says, find the standard form equation of the parabola with focus at negative 1 over 2, 0, and the directrix x equal to 1 over 2, and the graph the parabola. So it's asking find the equation of the parabola. It's asking the equation of the parabola. Now the focus is at negative 1 over 2, 0. Now which type is it first? Okay, this type or this type? Okay, the important points are here. Okay, now, so here the important thing is like this one here is like P0 type. So P0 is where it should be this type. So then no need, okay, it will be just the parabolas. The focus will be at the x-axis. So it will be open to the left and right here because of this focus. And as you see, the directrix here is x equal to something. Now, from this matching, what can you say? The p is equal to negative 1 over 2. And you can um, directly write the formula. Directly write the equation. The equation will be y squared equal to 4 times negative 1 over 2 times x. So it will be y squared equal to negative 2x. Okay, this will be the equation. This will be the equation. of the parabola. Now, it says graph the parabola. If you want to do the graph, I think we can do it here. Where is the focus? Focus is at -1/2, 0. And the directrix is x equal to 1/2 line. And yeah, it will be just between them. The vertex is just in the middle of the directrix and the focus here. So this is the vertex. So it will be, and it will open. Okay, you can see here it will be open to the left because p is -1/2. And also you can check from here if the directrix here and the focus is here. So always it will open up to the focus side. So it will be like this. So this is the graph of our parabola y squared equal to -x. Now let's look at this one. Determine the equation in standard form of the parabola with vortex at the origin. Okay, now it says vortex is at the origin and the directrix is equal to y equal to -1/2. Now when you look at here, the directrix is given in terms of y. I mean y, so it's a horizontal line. So it's not this one. So if you remove this one from our choices, so it will be this type parabola or this type parabola. Now, by looking at here, if it is it's located, the vertex is at the origin, so the direction is xy equal to -b. So let's match these. So what can we say about p then? So p has to be 1/2. And the equation will be then, okay, you can directly say now the equation is x squared is equal to 4py, p is 1/2 y, so it has to be x squared is equal to 2y. So this will be equation for sure. Now, to sketch the parabola, so we can sketch it this way. So this is x and y, let's say, and here the parabola has its vertex at the origin, and the directrix is equal to y equal to -1/2 line. So this is a horizontal line at -1/2. Okay, and then okay, the focus will be always it will be same distance to this one. So it will be you can if you don't know how to find the focus, you can say directly from here, hey, this is the focus here. The focus is definitely 0p. So you can say here this focus is now 0/2, and so you can say it has to be 1/2. Or you can think this way, like the directrix is intersecting the y-axis here, so it has to be to the vertex. It has to be same distance, so it will be the focus will be this one. And now it will pass through the vertex, so it has to be something like this, the parabola. So our parabola will be this one. So it will be x squared equal to y. I mean, if you want to do it with the table, it's okay. You can do like x, y, and take the points, and you can plot here. But we are trying to do with the directrix and the focus here. Uh, okay, and that's it. Please look at the slides and try to do some additional exercises and do the worksheet, and you will get a good understanding of it. But the important thing is this: for some time, like you should keep it with you so that you can refer this table, and then after some, after using this, you will get used to it. Then you will learn these.